Let's go.
What's he doing? Come on, the fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win this round. You had everything in the bag, now you've let him back into it. Don't worry about that round.
And back.
Come on, get your head fixed up. Be smart.
You switched off completely. I need you to switch back on. Get focused, get your minds on the job, get back out there and win the round.
Do your business.
Listen, you switched off. What you doing? Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together. I need you to get back out there.
Let's do it. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, get out of there. Get out of it.
Come on, do you want to win this fight? I need you to get back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, get that jab back. Just box it, be smart.
Box.
Okay, now you let him back into the fight that round. That's his round. Switch on, switch on. You've been coasting this fight. Now you let him back into it.
Let's do it.
One, two, three, four. Ah, are you okay?
Okay, now you've let him back into the fight that round. Get your mind back on the job. That's a terrible round, that is. Come on, you let him back into the fight. You must.
Let's do it.
How about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
Katie Taylor. Perhaps this... Well, I hope you brought your... And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Solid punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Swing and a miss with the jab. Nice counter shot. Katie Taylor has beaten Natasha Jonas before, but boy was it close. And a lot of people feel coming into this one that Jonas might actually be the favorite.
So they fought before, remember, in the amateurs. It was on the way to picking up gold eventually for Katie Taylor. We could not believe the noise. We could not believe the chance. They did it again the last time they fought. I expect nothing but the same, if not better.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. That jab misses. Nice job to block that uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. It has not been going well for her, and you can see the corner is starting to get a little more animated.
To make mistakes.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around? She wasn't ready for that counter. The perfect counter lands. These punches coming from every angle. Johnny, you would know this better than me, but I would hate fighting someone with this swarmer style. They don't let you breathe. They don't let you get off the ropes. You can't get your offense off. You just got to deal with them.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Misses with the straight left. That right jab just misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They're giving us a high-tempo show. Can't land the jab there. She scores with that counter. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs
to win this round.
On to the third. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Back and forth they go. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. She catches and counters. Beautiful counter punch. Throws the jab but does not score. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, things certainly aren't going her way. She's been on the back foot. She's got to turn the table. And there's the bell to start round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
She misses with the jab. Oh, and Jonas dazed with that shot. It somehow weathered the storm.
Being dazed now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Nice job getting that punch through. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Good counter shot by her. Jab slightly off target. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope that
And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Oh, that punch. Some nice exchanges from both women in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happily.
The straight right just misses. Can't find a home with that jab. That jab had to hurt. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
To go back out
On to the 6th round. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
They exchange punches. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice punch. One punch could change everything in this battle. Good counter punching. These two fighters are made for one another. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, this fight is not going to plan for her. She's got to figure something out. You wonder if her training.
Let's go.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That counter shot lands. Nice counter shot. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. These two women pretty close halfway through the round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Natasha Jonas in trouble. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Punch, counter punch. Nice counter shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Katie Taylor in that last round. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of inspiration, a different
job. That's a terrible round.
And there's the bell for round 8. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward, seemingly with endless energy. Heavy shots, and Jonas can't take anymore. And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your blood.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and I think she knows she's losing this round. Whoa, wait a minute! Oh, and that shot hurt Natasha Jonas. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems that moment of trouble has passed.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Trying to score with a jab. They're happy this round's coming to an end. 10 seconds left. How do you feel about that split decision victory, Johnny?
A split decision, I've enjoyed that. I actually forgot the rounds rolled by. The rounds were that close, they flew by. But what excitement. I could watch another 15 rounds of that. They probably can't do it, but we can watch it. Split decision, good call.
My castle of sand, waiting on a battle sword, handle all in my hand. The war force is mortal with my door with demands, more important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should've put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture, you can't. Can't parkour over a part, you gotta march forth over your art. And for your fans, when you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine, Lord, please bless my mansion of cards. If ever challenged, let us camp in the car. Or hang a hammock from a branch in the park. A planet made of uninhabited parts. Being anonymous don't grant you some dark. Even astronomers keep a camera on Mars. Satellite to track where you are and see your black as night attacking with sparks. Fireworks are not a match for a star, and fire hurts, burns, blackens, and scars. Can still emerge, learned, attractive, and charred from out the ashes of galactic barrage. Yeah, it gets savage where they traffic mirage. It ain't no magic day in back of it, secret hatches and frauds. You gotta take it back to the start. You gotta tap and learn to rap from the heart. Yeah, yeah. Talented all along. Think we're fortresses made of stone. We're just palaces made out of flesh and bone. Waiting for our time to shine, to come on.
They got this guy.
Yeah, Lord, please bless my palace of bones. My soul call my skeleton home. It's on the phone.
Shit, it was rumors he cheated doing one of them damn fights with Wilder. Matter of fact, the second fight. It's either the second or the third. Probably both. Shit. Yeah. Right.
Welcome to the WBC Arena, and what an atmosphere we have here tonight. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
Time for our tale of the tape. So here is young Tyson Fury, 206 centimeters tall, and he's got a massive reach of 216 centimeters. And across the ring from him, Tyson Fury. He is a whopping 206 centimeters tall with a reach of 216.
We'll be talking about this fight for years to come. This is one of those classic fights that everybody wants to see.
Here we have Tyson Fury. He's undefeated 8-0 with 7 wins by knockout. A lot of people think this guy can be a future heavyweight title contender. Let's see what he's got. The Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. He's so big and yet so light on his feet. No one moves around the ring quite like this man.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 15 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, introducing the big heavyweight undefeated in his campaign, with a record of 8 wins, no losses, with 7 wins coming by way of knockout. At just 20 years of age, here is the young, undefeated heavyweight hopeful, known as the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Manchester, England, and standing at 6 feet 9 inches, here is a sensational heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. And here we go. We are expecting an all-action slugfest. throw out a lazy jab in this fight, you're going to get knocked out. How about that time counter shot? Nope, that jab not going to score. Well done with that counter shot. I know boxing fans around the world feel like Christmas morning with these two finally in the ring.
Just see the nerves of the fighter stepping into the ring, Tom. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. This counterpuncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
That counter shot lands. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. They exchange punches. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He just misses with that jab. Nice job blocking the hook. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They got out of the way of that right hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter and the cornerman.
Here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
just misses. Misses with the jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over. Nice counter. Good counter punch. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They threw the hooks, it didn't land. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about a one-sided 3-minute. Back at it in round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The perfect counter lands. Insane action. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That counter punch caught him clean. Missing with the left hook. He couldn't stop that left. No rest for the weary. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through Cap.
Just set him up and you'll take him out. He's ready to go.
And back, get your focus back. Get that jab back. Just box him. Just
Coast through this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Good man. You say focus? Go on. Don't let him back in or anything. Don't give him no free shots. Be smart.
Placent, the fight's not over yet. You've got to go out there and win.
That right hand's beautiful. That's it. Just start working a few body shots in there. Very up.
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about that round. Let's go out.
Can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight. Great round.
But we don't care. Go out there and win.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action.
I don't get carried.
That confidence away. Go out in the first minute, stick him on the end of a jab, and then start gathering.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
And he scores with the counter. He threw a punch and just got countered. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them.
I wouldn't be surprised if they stopped this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. And the referee's going to allow them to fight. You'd like to see more jabs. Both men step back for just a moment. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get a kitchen sink.
Good. Don't worry about that round.
But you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt.
It was a bad round, but we don't care. Let's go out there and win the next one. Yeah? Good. I need to go back out there. I need you to win this round. Get your mind back, get your focus back, and get that.
Give him no free shots. Keep smart. You're getting your time.
Don't give him anything. Go back out there and win this round, all right?
Getting a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Great.
You gotta get out there and switch on. Get your boxing back together.
Keep doing what you're doing. The gaps will appear.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather.
Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight. Great round.
Striving until my lungs can't breathe. They're all tired, I don't know about fatigue. Got my bros back if we come under siege. Got my dogs with me, I ain't carrying a leash. Thank the Lord for my freedom of speech, cause I say what I like and I do what I please. Brothers think I didn't train for this my whole life. Tried to tell them it didn't come with ease. They must have thought that I didn't put in graft. Stayed fully focused and
There's the bell for round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
You've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's a counter shot. Nice counter shot. It's all offense all the time. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Good man, good man.
First minute, stick him in the end of your jab, and then start gathering your pace.
Just start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit so he can't
In his tracks. You've completely switched off. Get your mind back on the job. That was a terrible round, that was. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy.
He's hurt, he's ready to go, but you've got to be smart, otherwise he'll sit.
Get your boxing back together. Get your mind back on the job.
Just stay focused, don't let him back into the fight, don't give him no free shit.
And you're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your...
But you're still landing your power shots. Good work.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set for another round.
Switching off, and you're starting to make mistakes.
And think about what you do. Good work. The jab's working nice.
There's the bell to start round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Oh, and Tyson Fury just got rocked. This could be it. Tyson Fury, one of the great heavyweight champions. Good counter punching. Swing and a miss with that hook. Those counter punches have to hurt. What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Perfect counter shot. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
You set him up and you'll take him out. Look, he's ready to go.
Get back out there and win the round. Come on.
Coast through this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Just the same again. Don't change too much. Just keep doing what you're doing. And the gaps will appear. Just keep him on the end of that jab.
Get out there and switch on. Get this boxing back together.
Just stick a few body shots in there, vary it up a little bit so he can't figure you out. Good work.
Back together. Listen, be smart when you go out. Just take the round off.
Good work. Stay focused. Don't let him back in the fight. Great round.
You don't want to lose this fight, do you?
Time winding down as we get set for another round.
A few body shots in there. Vary up a little bit.
Round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back, and then we go again.
There's the bell for round 8. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
I slipped to avoid the jab. Every time, He throws a punch. A receipt is coming right back. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here.
You're taking too much. The fight is over.
They've been beaten so badly this fight, you almost hope that it stopped, and it is. It is over. TKO victory.
Time was of the essence, and it was a matter of time when this happened.
Another TKO win here, Johnny. What's next?
Just like another like TKO, it's Teddy Pendergrass over. TKO is spot on.